Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to episode number 7 of the Washington football team franchise here on Madden NFL 22 for the PlayStation 5. And today, the Washington football team sit at 2-2 and they play host to the New Orleans Saints. The Saints coming off of a win last week against the 35-14 against the Giants. But we have a little bit of another breakout opportunity as Antonio Gibson has a chance to break out. He had a good game last week despite the loss to Atlanta. And if we can get him to 3 touchdowns or 150 all-purpose yards, he would get superstar dev. Now, before going into the game, one of our top receivers, Terry McLaurin, suffered a hip pointer in practice, so he will be unable to play today for Washington. While on the New Orleans side of things, they're dealing with some of their own injuries. Ryan Ramchik's out with a high ankle sprain, Ken Carley out, as well as Will Lutz and Brian Poole. So both teams a little banged up. But here we go, kickoff underway. If you're excited for this one, make sure you drop a like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. Washington will start off the football first, and here comes Ryan Fitzpatrick. 1,300 yards, 5 touchdowns, 6 interceptions on the season. Has looked very high volume, just needs to be a little bit more consistent. Starting at the 25-yard line, it's the first give to Gibson. He has a hole left side, and Gibson's going to take this deep into Saints territory with a stiff arm out to the 29-yard line. And just like that, Gibson, 46 yards rushing on the very first play. Now in Saints territory, Fitzpatrick going to go down for a sack as Vaughn beats the left tackle to get that one. Makes it now 3rd and 14 for Washington. Fitzpatrick drops in the pocket, steps up, looks across the middle, has Dyami Brown, the rookie out of North Carolina, with the catch. He's going to be asked to step up, especially with McLaurin unable to go today. Now out to the 11-yard line, new set of downs. Fitzpatrick going to throw from underneath center, looks left side and finds Brown again for a touchdown. Quick start for Washington this game. They score first. Make it 7-0 football team in the early going. That's going to bring out Jameis Winston, the former number 1 overall pick back in 2015 out of Florida State. The 30-for-30 man having his first chance at redemption. 675 yards, 10 touchdowns, 2 interceptions on the season. He's looked a lot better, especially after sitting behind Drew Brees last year. They'll start the football at their own 16-yard line. It's a quick pass right side. There is Kamara, who has 6 touchdowns on the season, 5 rushing, 1 receiving. 2nd and 5 now. Kamara's in the backfield. Winston will throw across the middle. Has a man. That is Callaway. But we'll have to check the penalty marker as there is going to be a personal foul roughing the passer call. So that's a big mistake for Washington, specifically Yamin Davis, the rookie out of Kentucky. So now to the 46-yard line is New Orleans. Winston's still going to throw 40. Dumps it short to Kamara, who gains about 1 before being run out of bounds. 2nd and 8, they're going to go empty. Kamara's flexed wide. Winston going to roll to his right, being flushed out of the pocket. Throws across his body for the tight end, Adam Trotman. Dangerous pass, but it picks up a first down nonetheless, and now New Orleans is in Washington territory. High formation now, going to hand it to the deep back, Kamara. Kamara gets about 3 on his first carry of the day. Last week, 134 yards rushing and a touchdown in that win against the Giants. 2nd and 7, go right back to Kamara. Why not? And Kamara's going to fight forward, get about 5. Makes it a 3rd and short. 3 tight ends. They're just going to give it right back to Kamara. 3 straight carries. Results in a first down for the Saints. So now to the 26-yard line. Washington shows pressure. They back out. Winston had a wide open Thomas on the right side, but overthrows him. First miss of the day for Winston. 2nd and 10 now. Going to throw for it again. Steps up in the pocket, fires across the middle, but he's pressured. Trotman can't hold on to that one. So now 3rd and 10, going to go empty. Winston going to pass again. This time moves to his left and overthrows his tight end, Trotman. Would have been a first down, but instead the Saints will kick the field goal, and they'll get points on the board. 7-3 now, Washington. Head to our second drives of the game. Adrian Peterson is the deep back, signed a couple weeks ago to be some running back depth in his return to Washington. 2nd and 10, didn't get anything on first down, so Fitzpatrick throws deep. This one's tipped and it's intercepted, picked off by Quan Alexander. On the tip ball is that one. I think he was looking for his tight end Logan Thomas deep on the rejection, on the tip. It ends up in the hands of Quan Alexander's 7th interception for Fitzpatrick on the season. And now Winston in the Saints offense goes back to work, and with 1 strike to Thomas, they are into Washington territory. Going back to this I formation, look, two receivers in the formation. It's a handoff to Kamara, and he's met in the backfield by Cole Holcomb. If only he could have did that a week ago, that would have been nice, but he's got his second tackle of the day. 2nd and 11 now for New Orleans at the 44-yard line. Winston steps up, moves to his left, but he's going to be sacked. Sweat gets around that left side. Teron Armstead, one of the best left tackles in the league, but Winston took too long. Makes it now 3rd and 18, now back into their own territory. Winston going to have to throw for it here. Fires across the middle, has a man, but overthrows Callaway. A little bit of contact, but no flag is called, and the Saints walk away with nothing. So now Fitzpatrick on his next drive, he's going to go down on 2nd down to Shy Tuttle. Makes it now 3rd and 12 for Washington. Saints bring pressure. They counter with a blitz to Gibson, a screen to Gibson. He races forward for 7, but not enough for the first down, so Washington will punt. About 3 minutes to go in this first quarter. Winston underneath center. He's going to hand it off to Kamara, who runs through a man. However, there is a flag down. I think they're going to get holding or illegal block in the back, on the offense, as Deontay Harris is the culprit. So that makes it a rare 1st and 17 now for New Orleans. It's a play fake to Kamara. Winston in the pocket, has nowhere to go, so he just throws it out of bounds. Now 3rd and 9 after a 8-yard pickup. Winston's trying to set up a screen of their own for Kamara. It's not going to work. And that'll be how the first quarter ends. Washington up 7-3 going into the second frame. Washington driving now on this possession up to the 34-yard line of New Orleans. However, it is 3rd and 7, and a risky pass almost picked off left side. Falls to the turf, so it's a 51-yard field goal for Hopkins, and he hits it right down the middle. Washington extends their lead now up 10-3. First drive of the second quarter for New Orleans. Winston will drop back in the pocket on 1st down. He's actually going to take off and run for it. Picks up about 4 yards. Winston, not the most mobile quarterback, but will be able to get it done when needed. 2nd and 6. Bounces out to the right of the pocket. Tried to find Tautman, except Trotman was not ready for it. That makes it 3rd and 6. Going back to this empty look. Kamara and Thomas on the left side. He throws it that way, and Thomas is wide open. Beats the corner for a touchdown. Saints will tie this one up at 10 apiece. Michael Thomas just beats his man on the slant. You know he's good at that. 10 in all now, back to square one. Washington going to counter with a handoff to Gibson. Big hole right side again. This Saints run defense getting gashed as Gibson already 7 for 73. That's over 10 yards a carry. He'll stay on the next play. Might as well give it to him. He races right side. Not as big of a gain. Maybe picks up about 1 or 2. They're going to say 2 yards now. 2nd and 8 for Washington. As they draw play this time to Gibson. However, swallowed up immediately. Nice play by Shy Tuttle. 3rd and 9 now. Washington going to throw for it. Trips to the left. Fitzpatrick in the pocket is starting to collapse. Throws a deep ball and cannot be brought in. Sims was out of bounds. Didn't catch it anyway. And that's a punt for Washington. So now the Saints on 2nd and 7 starting to gain some momentum. Here is a just toss pass to Callaway. He has nowhere to go. Callaway 2 touchdowns a week ago against New York. Trying to get him the football, looks like early. On 3rd and 8, there's some movement there on the offensive line. It will be false start. Can't pin it on one guy as there was a lot of movement up there. So now it's 3rd and 13 from their own 13-yard line. Winston in the pocket will throw off his back foot deep. Has Michael Thomas over there, and he makes a ridiculous catch. One-handed Michael Thomas downfield. I don't know what the heck that was. That might be some of the biggest hops I've ever seen. Thomas got up there. This is not bad coverage. It's a great throw by Winston off his back foot. But look at these hops by Thomas. Watch it. Oh, I can't really see it there. What is that? Thomas got up over the defender. He's stepping on his head. He literally went up the invisible stairs. Regardless, that's a great catch by Thomas, but bro, come on, man. To the 24-yard line is the Saints, so they have a new lease on life here. Callaway gets it short, so that's going to make it now 2nd and 6. Kamara to Winston's right in the shotgun. He's going to take it, hand it off to Kamara up the middle. He's going to be stuffed after a gain of 3. Makes it now 3rd and 3. They're going to go empty here, so no threat of the run. Winston takes it. 4-man rush. Dumps it off right side for Callaway. But nice tackle. Stops him shy. That is McCain bringing him down over there. 4th and 1, though. The Saints are going to go for it. Big, heavy formation. They're going to hand off to Kamara, who gets lit up by Collins. However, he does get the first down. So Peyton's gamble does pay off. And now it's 1st and 10 from the 13. Winston going to throw for it. Has Kamara, who sheds the tackle. Picks up about 7. Winston at 193 yards already. 2nd and 3, handoff to Kamara. He gets the first down. Goal to go from the 1-yard line. You see the fans getting a little frustrated with this defense. 1st and goal, Winston right side. Has Trotman in the end zone wide open for a touchdown. The Saints take their first lead of the ball game, 17-10. So how will Washington answer that Saints drive? Well, they'll start at their own 22. Quick pass to Logan Thomas across the middle, and the former Virginia Tech Hokie quarterback gets us out to the 46-yard line. Bringing it in tight here with this new set of downs. Fitzpatrick will throw on 1st and 10. Wide open on the crossing pattern. That's Logan Thomas again. Thomas has been very efficient early on in the season, and Fitzpatrick's had no problems throwing to his tight end. 2nd inches, it's going to go to another tight end. This time Ricky Seals-Jones picks up the first down, and Fitzpatrick is 8 for 12. At the 42, going to throw for it again. Fitzpatrick lobs it, overthrows Gibson out of the backfield, who was wide open. Pressure in his face, but you got to convert that one. 2nd and 10, Fitzpatrick is bum rushed again, barely gets it off. And that's going to fall now to 3rd and 10. 4-man rush for New Orleans this time. Fitzpatrick in the pocket, looking across the middle, and deep downfield is Humphreys with the catch into Saints territory, deep to the 2, beats Gardner Johnson across the field, and now it's goal to go for Washington. Coming in here, 3 tight ends to start off. It's going to be a pass. Fitzpatrick fires left side for Humphreys, cannot hold on to it. There was traffic. 2nd and goal now, in the bunch. Fitzpatrick going to throw for it again. Checks it down for Gibson. Stays in bounds. Can't get there. And now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. No run plays here. This has been very interesting play calling by Washington. However, on 3rd and goal, wide open, Fitzpatrick throws it to Humphreys. Saw the 2-on-1 on the left side. Humphreys is wide open. And we're back to 17 all going into the 2-minute warning. Saints will have the football here coming out of this brief little graphic. And they have it at their own 35-yard line. 3rd and inches. Winston, empty. Going to throw it deep right side. And there's a catch for Callaway. These receivers just making ridiculous catches for New Orleans. I don't know how he caught that one. But nonetheless, it's to the 41-yard line now. New Orleans with a new set of downs, looking to try to get some points here before the intermission. Winston rolls out of the pocket, finds Callaway again. That's a catch of about 6. Makes it 2nd and 4. Clock down to about 75 seconds. Winston throwing right side. Has Trotman, and there is a late flag. It is going to be illegal block in the back against the Saints, so that one will not stand. They'll back him up. Cesar Ruiz is the culprit. Double A gap look here on 2nd and 14. They're going to back out of it, but Winston is going down. Chase Young around the edge destroys the right tackle, and that'll be a timeout. Now 3rd and 18, out of field goal range. It's going to be a handoff for Kamara. There's another flag down, so not even this run will count. They're going to get holding on the offense. So a bad penalty against James Hurst. You just saw him get beat by Chase Young. You wonder if that has a little bit to do with it. So now 3rd and 25, just a handoff to Kamara. No field goal range, so that will do the end of the first half. All tied up at 17. Plenty of fireworks here in Washington, but who will pull it out in the second half? You'll have to find out after the break. Saints start off with the football here in the second half. They're at their own 23-yard line. And they will throw for it out of this 3 tight end look. Winston rolls to his right, fires left again. He's gotten away with that throw a couple times, but Washington can't stop it. 2nd and 1, make it 2nd and 6. Teron Armstead not having a very good game at that left tackle spot. He gets called for a false start. 2nd and 6, here's that toss, shovel pass to Marquez Callaway again, trying to get him in some open space. Not going to work. And now it's 3rd and 8 for New Orleans. Back to the empty set. Kamara to the left, Thomas to the right. Going to fire right side. Has Adam Trotman for a first down. Big conversion for the New Orleans offense. Winston, 252 yards and 2 touchdowns. This Washington pass defense has been horrible in the past few weeks. 1st and 10, Winston does overthrow Kamara, who did have Holcomb beat. That's going to make it now 2nd and 10. Winston in the gun. It's a delay give to Kamara. Nice run defense by Washington. Makes it 3rd and 9. 4-man rush for Washington. Winston fires right side. Looks like he had Chase Young all up in his face. That'll be a punt for New Orleans, and Washington will get the football back. 2nd and 9, trying to get Gibson going early, but he hasn't had the same set of luck. 5 carries, 10 yards on his last 5 rushes. And on 3rd and 8, trying to get him open in the screen game. That will work, however, as Gibson gets a 10-yard reception and moves the chains. 1st and 10, back to Gibson on the ground. Sheds a man. What a stiff arm. I don't know who that was, but I think it was Quan Alexander just got thrown into oblivion. Nice run by Gibson. 2nd and 3, going to give it right back to him. Nice cutback lane. Finds it and finds a 1st down. Gibson is really a really good runner. 1st and 10, going to give it back to him. Not really going to get anything there. I think he's getting a little tired. I think he needs a break. But on 2nd and 9, they said, no, we're not going to give him a break. We're going to give it right back to Gibson, who gets stuffed right up the middle. And that makes it 3rd and 9. So eventually Washington will pass for it. Throws it right side. Has Thomas. Takes the hits, but converts. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there to meet Thomas. But Logan Thomas holds on through the hits. And it's now 1st and 10 from the 30 of New Orleans. Handoff Gibson. He had a hole up the middle, but instead he tries to bounce it outside. He'd be lucky if he got one. Now 3rd and 8. 6.5 to go in the 3rd quarter. Fitzpatrick going to throw for it. Man in his face, but finds Gibson on the check down. Busy man on this drive is Antonio Gibson. But once again, he moves the sticks. He'll get a breather here on 1st and 10 as they hand it off to Adrian Peterson, who sheds a tackle and finds his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. So Ricky Seals-Jones was actually hurt on the touchdown as well, but that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Washington up by 7. However, the Saints will settle for 3 after a long drive of their own. They kick it up in good, so now Washington up by 4. Ball at their own 23-yard line. 1st and 10, a handoff to Gibson and gets another run, but he is ripped. Ball is stripped, picked up by New Orleans, and Marcus Williams will take it for a scoop and score. The Saints with the lead. Marshawn Lattimore with the rip. Gibson put it on the ground, and now just like that, the Saints are now up by 3. Washington's offense has to come right back out. Diami Brown across the middle. That's a gain of about 10. That will move the sticks. But now Washington playing from behind. A little bit more of urgency now as Fitzpatrick is firing more often. And here's a 1st and 10 throw that also goes for a 1st down. Finds Logan Thomas. Out to New Orleans territory. Blitz coming from New Orleans. And on 1st and 10, quick pass to Brown. Had to go down and get it. But that's a quick pickup of 2. 11 minutes to go in the game. Screen pass setup. Here is Gibson. He's got some space. And he's going to be brought down, but not after a 1st down, out to the 22-yard line. So Washington trying to get that touchdown back. Fitzpatrick, 1st and 10, throws. There's Gibson again. 4-yard pickup for him. 2nd and 6. Draw play. Gibson gets pie a man. Gets about 6. Going to make it 3rd and 1. Are they going to give it back to Gibson? It looks like it. Gibson across the middle. It gets a big hole inside the 5 down to the 3, and the former Memphis Tiger puts it goal to go for Washington. Less than 9 minutes to go in the game. 1st and goal. This time they're not going to throw for it. They're going to hand it for Gibson, but he is stuffed. Demario Davis with the big tackle. Now Gibson's deep in the formation. Going to hand it off to him again. He doesn't get there. Stuffed once more. So now 3rd and goal. They're going to bring in Peterson. Peterson gets the carry. Bounces it out right side. Doesn't get it. However, there is a flag down. It is going to be holding on the offense. But New Orleans is actually going to decline this penalty. So now from the 2-yard line, Ron Rivera, Riverboat Ron, is not going to go for it. He's going to take it, the points, and tie us up at 27 apiece. So now with 7 minutes to go in the game, Saints had the ball. And on 1st and 10, nice rollout pass. Winston gets outside the pocket. That's a quick gain of 40 up to the 42-yard line. Kamara, next play, big hole right side, shedding a couple of tackles, and just like that, New Orleans into Washington territory. at the 34-yard line as there's less than 6 minutes to go. Saints batted down. Nice throw by Winston. Good defense by Washington. 2nd and 10. Thomas to the left. Winston going to look across the middle. There's a nice dump off to Kamara. Nobody covering the middle. And Kara's going to have a dump off that goes for a first down. And the clock will continue to move. 5:15 left to go in the game. 1st and 10. It's an empty set. 4-man rush by Washington. Winston outside the pocket. Throws it to the end zone. But this one's incomplete. Winston's been on the move a lot today. But he's been very efficient outside the pocket. 2nd and 10. This time he's not going to be able to get outside the packet. Jonathan Allen with the sack. Big time sack backs it up. 3rd and 17 now for the Saints with 4.5 to go. Winston in the pocket, throws right side. Air mails a guy at the sticks. That would have been a big time conversion. Sean Payton wants that one back. But they'll go up by 3. Now with 4 minutes to go in the game. Fitzpatrick, 1st and 10, fires right side for Humphreys. That's a gain of about 5. 2nd and 5 now. Going to throw for it again. Fitzpatrick looking across the middle. Nobody's open. Rolls to his right and fires it out of bounds. So big 3rd down play here for Washington. 3rd and 5. Fitzpatrick drops in the pocket. Fires across the middle. Almost intercepted. Defender Gardner Johnson got a hand on that one. Washington will punt, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So now Washington needs a stop here. They got 3rd and 8. This is their chance. Quick pass right side. It's a conversion. Deontay Harris moves the sticks. Timeouts are starting to get called by Washington as they cannot give up another first. And on 1st and 10, Kamara will get a first down in the ball game. And the Saints will come in and beat the football team by a final score of 30-27. Big win on the road for the Saints. Big loss at home by Washington. As ever since that scoop and score, that strip of Gibson, New Orleans took the lead and they had all the momentum. Washington could not take a lead, and the Saints will be victorious. Once again, pass defense did not look good for Washington. Jameis Winston had a very good game, 368 yards and 2 touchdowns. Showing why he used to be a number 1 overall pick. Pass defense, that's 2 weeks in a row we've made quarterbacks look like MVP favorites. Maybe something will have to change in this secondary because we cannot keep playing like this. Speaking of secondary, we do get a upgrade for Kendall Fuller, ironically, +3 to man, so he's up to a 90 overall. Gibson does get an upgrade, so we'll use it on power back, and we'll have to check in a minute, did Gibson get to superstar? Last upgrade on this wave is Dyami Brown. He had a pretty good game. I thought he stepped up nicely in the hole of Terry McLaurin. I think we would have liked to have McLaurin this game, but I do like where Dyami Brown is currently. So, view the breakout challenge, and we did succeed. Antonio Gibson got 150 plus. He might have saw it in the box score, but Gibson now has superstar development. That's big for our offense as we get another superstar to pair with McLaurin. However, his superstar ability he gets, well, it's not really going to help us on offense. He gets return man, so didn't luck out in that regard, and I don't switch to superstar abilities. I like the randomness of it. So we got to deal with the kick return one of Gibson. So if he's got kick return superstar, we might as well make him the kick and punt return. So Gibson's duties continue to expand. Might have to share his workload a little bit more as the season goes on because I don't want Gibson getting hurt down the stretch. Week 5 is in. You can see some of the scores. Starts off with Seattle obliterating the Rams on Thursday night. The Rams not playing good this season. But we had some London, UK football. The Jets beat the Falcons 14-10. Wilson got the win over Ryan. Ryan had a great game last week and didn't really play so good this week against the Jets. I mean, he didn't throw any interceptions, but, I mean, you know, he wasn't very... Well, actually, he threw 2 interceptions. I was looking at Wilson, actually. On Sunday Night Football, the Bills beat the Chiefs 38-28 in a big-time matchup. Mahomes 3 interceptions in this one. We got to play the Chiefs next, so we get the angry Chiefs in our next matchup. And lastly, on Monday Night Football, the Colts beat the Ravens. That's also an upset, 17-14. Jackson, 150 yards and 2 interceptions. That's not very good. So Ravens and Chiefs lose on prime time. And taking a look at the players of the week, Wilson got it for the Seahawks. Only 167 passing yards, but 4 touchdowns that are rushing one in that win. Roethlisberger, 5 TDs. Big Ben showing he still got it. And then Warner and Xavier Howard both had 2 interceptions. So they get AFC and NFC Defensive Player of the Week. So next matchup, we play at home against the 4-1 Kansas City Chiefs coming off their first loss of the season. So you know they're not going to be very happy when they play us as we sit 2-3. Tough matchup if we want to get back to 500 is this Kansas City offense. You know what to expect from their playmakers. Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, and then on defense they're anchored by Jones and Tyrann Mathieu. But that's not to say this Chiefs defense and offense doesn't have some weaknesses. We saw that offensive line get absolutely wrecked in the Super Bowl against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We'll have to see if Washington, with their dominant front four, will look to employ that same strategy, try to make Mahomes a little bit off balance. Can't get beat over the top by Tyreek Hill and his elite speed as well. And then we're going to have to somehow cover Travis Kelce in the middle of the field. As you can see, Adam Troutman had a pretty good game against us. And now we're going to play host to the best tight end in football. On defense, you see Chris Jones. He anchors that front D line. And then in the secondary is Tyrann Mathieu. So I'll have to see if we can pick on maybe a couple of those linebackers, get Gibson going early, and see if we can go from there. But I think this is a winnable game. Will it be a tough game? Yes, it will. But we'll have to see. You also see we have choose the name opportunity. So this is your last chance in the comment section below. What do you want Washington to be renamed in Toronto? Do you like the Huskies, the Mounties, or the Thunderbirds? You'll find that out in the future. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.